we're coming on now to talk about the New England Patriots.
Right.
I thought it was a little puzzling why
Can
they
I,
put Drake Maye on.
may I?
Yeah, I see what
He
you're
got
saying.
his, he got
I
his
think
ass
you've.
kicked.
I think you all had your time to talk
Oh,
about
please,
your team.
please.
As I said before, this was quite possibly the worst football game that I've ever actually sat through with a team that I cared about. I mean, they could not do anything. Jacoby Brissett was 12 of 19 or something like that for 60 something yards because he was sacked 5 times for 50 yards. He can't do it. And that's why, like, when we were talking in the group chat, we know Ray wants Drake Maye to go in. I don't understand why you'd want to send your the number 3 overall pick
Oh
into
man,
slaughter like
he
that.
looked like he was
Like,
gonna die out there. That was bad.
yeah, because he almost did fucking die out there. This team doesn't have an offensive line. We don't have any receivers that can actually get open in the amount of time that our offensive line will hold the rush for. So I can't even tell you that Pop Douglas or anyone sucks because they don't even have time to run a route before their quarterback is running for their lives. But the biggest problem with this team is that we had an overinflated worth of the defense, and it's not good. This is literally 2 weeks in a row that you've been cooked. One of them was by Geno Smith. Geno Smith completed 22 of 24 passes to 2 wide receivers on you for 250 yards. And Aaron Rodgers has an 81% completion percentage against you. Like, you're not good. I think, Christian Gonzalez is good. He's not great. It's not Darrelle Revis out there, but
Well,
I'm happy that,
give him a minute.
I am very happy that it feels like it's evening out. This team has no reason to bring in Drake Maye right out the season. Hopefully Jacoby doesn't die, and get yourself a left tackle, because that was awful to watch. You didn't watch the full game. You're like, you know what, guys, I'm out.
I kept saying that. I kept saying that, but I was just on my computer and my TV's right here, so I like kind of left it on. I was just saying that to be a dick. And then when they put Drake Maye in, I was excited. I wanted to see it. The off chance that he just like starts lighting it up. But man, nobody can do anything in that offensive line. Nobody. Like, that would be they were getting absolutely fucking crushed. And I don't even think if they came up against a front seven of like really like upper echelon front seven, I shudder to think. Do they have any of those coming up? I mean, I think the Jets are okay, but I don't think that they're like fucking 57 sacks good.
They're playing the 49ers this week. And the 49ers
they're banged up. They're banged up.
But they just lost. So this is going to be a get right game for the 49ers. So do you think Jacoby's
going
to survive?
You know what? Actually, it's kind of a good transition. I don't know if you have a lot more to say about the Pats, but we can kind of go in and out, because I do feel like the 49ers might be in for a season from hell. Like, they're not on the power rankings list, and I think for good reason. I really do think that they have I think they have a tough time recovering from where they're at. Like, McCaffrey goes down. It's a weird injury. You know how I feel about weird injuries, where you just never get enough like information on it, and you're just like, I don't like it. Could it be 8 weeks instead of 4? Like, I don't know. The Ayuk stuff in the offseason was weird. A lot of banged up personnel, like, across the defense. Like, their defense didn't look good. Their defense did not fucking look good this week, and I worry about them. And I think I agree that it should be a get right game for them, and they should probably roll the Pats over. But if it's a get right game for the Pats, who are admittedly feisty at least once, then you have a situation where, like, maybe it's just a definitive, okay, season from hell from the 49ers. Like, what do you think is going to happen in that game?
I think the 49ers are absolutely going to blow the fucking doors off of the Patriots. Like, we talked earlier about how, it might have been the Panthers. It could be the Raiders that, you can't lose to that team. I think the Patriots are the team that you can't lose to. And I don't think anyone should be fired right now except for the general manager. But it's because they're so inept. Their defense maybe could be a good defense, but they can't be a good defense when you're passing for 130 yards a game. Like, that can't happen.
Well, they're on the field quite a bit, right?
On a good day.
Right, they're so offensively inept that their defense is going to look worse because they're actually on the field for 45 out of 60 minutes.
So the actual one thing that the Bears offense strangely has done well is, like, we've won time of possession, I think, all 3 games, if not 2 out of 3. And it just makes the defense look so much better. It's the really big difference with the Steelers this year too, who we'll come on to talk about. Like their defense isn't banged up and they're on the field for the correct amount of time because the offense is just like doing what it needs to do. That's how you win games with defenses. Like that's the only way to do it. If you have a great defense, all three of us have all seen our teams have great defenses. And what you're constantly worried about, especially now, like especially in the last 15 years, is time on the field. Because in a war of attrition, a defense always loses, right? So I think that feeds into the idea that, I mean, it's still you're going to be true about your offense next week. I get it. But if you can you just have to get to mediocre, you know, because I do think your defense could look 70% better if it had a little bit of time of possession on the other side. Don't you think?
Yes, but DK, when Vegas is setting the over-under for passing yards and your quarterback at 145 yards per game, your defense is going to be on the field a fuck ton.
Who's starting? Is it Brissett?
It's Brissett. Yeah,
it's still Brissett. Yeah.
If they were starting May, I would take that over. Just for the record,
I probably wouldn't be that over, but yes, I'm with you.
I don't know why you put him on for 5 minutes just to like put the fear of God in him. I really don't. Because it's like that was bad.
Well, because I think it was just telltale sign. Like you're getting blown out. You always put your backups in. Especially if you think your starter could be getting killed. And again,
is that what they told Brissett though? Like, did they have to reassure him like you're going to get back in next week? You know what I mean? There's a added pressure when it's your first round pick quarterback that like people are going to champion at the bit for, right? So there's like you kind of have to like deal with that narrative. Like, do you guys have a third QB?
Yeah, Joe Milton.
Maybe just put him in there. Like, I think that might have been the move. I really like to literally just be like, no, he's on ice. Like it's that, like the one positive you could have taken from last week if you didn't put May in and you put Milton in would have been we definitively shut down the narrative that May is ever going to see the field because if he was gonna, he would have. So don't worry about it. And then that puts Brissett in a better headspace. It makes it so that Drake Maye doesn't, he doesn't feel the pressure. Just sit back, learn your playbook, fucking go home to your like new couch you probably just bought and like enjoy it. Right in Southborough or whatever the fucking third overall pick resides in Massachusetts when you play for the Patriots.
Foxborough.
I doubt he lives in Foxborough. I have to say
it could be Franklin.
It could be Franklin. It could be Southborough. It could be Newton. It could be
Mansfield.
It's definitely not Mansfield. Where did
Mansfield's very up and coming?
Yeah, up and coming. I think if you're the like future of the Patriots,
Newton, Chestnut Hill.
Chestnut Hill. Yeah, that would be really cool. If you're the future of the Patriots, I hope that they don't put you in Mansfield because honestly, that makes me feel like they don't think that you're gonna be the starting.
I mean, Brady was in Franklin and Attleboro.
Franklin's nice as shit. That makes sense. We were just talking about how nice the Dean College campus had no right to be as nice as it was. But
it's even nicer now, like I said.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't need to know where Drake Maye lives. I just hope that he lives. Doesn't see the field again for the Patriots this season.